chapter, I'm going to be discussing on the topic of parenting challenges and the effects that it has on children. And it's really sad to see that people with low income jobs, how they have an extremely hard time being able to afford anything for their kids. Sometimes they have to choose whether between they can get something to eat or their children get something to eat. And with the low or no benefits that's offered through their jobs, for the parents that do have children, it's extremely difficult because they have to find different ways to get benefits, or some children don't even have child care or medical or anything like that, which is, children come first and they need medical attention whenever they need it, and you can't just let them not go to the doctors or anything. But the effects that it has on the parents is it puts so much stress on the parents, and it talked about in our readings about the high stress levels and how it makes them, neglect their children, things like that, because, they're so worried, they're just not themselves because they feel like a failure sometimes because they're not doing anything to, for their children, to afford for their children. So I've seen it firsthand with my brother and his kids. He was working a low income job. His wife wasn't working at the time. She got laid off, and they had just had their second child, and they made enough for that they couldn't get child care Title 20, so she couldn't go back because somebody needed to stay with the child. So what they had to do was, they had to, scavenge to find a babysitter, but also my brother didn't have any kind of benefits or anything like that, and he was constantly getting sick because he was overworking himself, trying to make enough money to be able to afford things for his children. And there would be some times when I talked to him and he said that, he didn't even eat dinner, which was heartbreaking to me because he wanted to make sure that his kids were eating, and his kids came first. And I know that he felt like a failure, and he even told me that, and he just said he had to keep doing whatever he had to keep doing to provide for his family. So that's my discussion.